So yesterday we took a look at the Thin World Terraria adventure map, which condenses a whole Terraria world to 117 blocks of width. Now in that video we found out a couple of interesting things. For example, above our spawn is actually a floating ice biome, and down below there are quite a few caverns, but also the Crimson. So today we are back once again to have some more fun hijinks in this teeny tiny Terraria world. So yeah, that's right, we're back. Thank you very much for the support on the first episode. One thing I will say, Kyle, right, is if you want to see more of this, make sure you'll subscribe to the channel. That way you don't have to go hunting for a new episode. No. YouTube will be like, here you go, it's on your homepage. So to start off today's episode, we are heading back to the Crimson, and the reason I want to do this is because I want to break some of these Crimson Hearts so that we can start getting some of the free items from the hearts. But then also, I really want to find the jungle, because it would be awesome to try and get ourselves some free armor. And I feel like jungle armor is by far the easiest one to get. It's all renewable. It's made from enemies and spores. So let's start working on blowing our way through this Crimson. So right now, because we got a couple of free weapons... Never mind. Alright, never mind. Maybe we're not fine. So I think what I've definitely learned is we need sticky bombs rather than regular dynamite. Right, now I need to hook the side of this. Actually, this is fine. I was going to say because the water's about to spill out, but I don't think it is. Come here, let me slap up a torch. Right, so let's blow up this first heart and see how it goes. Now, I do need to be kind of careful, actually, about destroying these blocks because the resources are finite. And I want to make sure that I always have enough blocks to create the biomes that they're meant to be, if that makes sense. Okay, let's head down. Let's be careful. So this Crimson seems like it's going to be very small indeed. Well, actually, do you know what? Actually, it's not too bad. The floating gems kind of threw me off a little bit, but doesn't seem the worst thing in the world. So I think what we'll eventually do is once we have a proper pickaxe, we'll continue the elevator down. But for now... I'm just going to start blowing up this area down here to break our way through. Hopefully it's the Crimson next and not the Corruption. Ah, so bit of a plot twist here. Instead of the Crimson or the Corruption, we have a small marble biome. And I don't really know if there's anything essential that we need to gather from here. So we should be able to pass through here, you know, pretty unharmed. Ah, so there is a marble chest and inside is some wooden arrows, some healing pots, a marble piano, and some javelins. Right. I don't think I've ever had a marble piano before. Is that regular chest loot? I mean, surely not, right? Right. So here is the desert then. I noticed because the water started to turn a shade of yellow, and I was like, right, it's desert time. There's quite a few enemies down here. Right. If we just brute force this, I think we'll survive. Oh, God. Stop. There's too much. All right. Come on, kill that hoplite. There we go. All right. So now that we have a gun, we also have access to the arms dealer. So what I'm going to do now is be a little bit brave, and I'm going to fight the Eye of Cthulhu. Because here's the thing. We're playing on normal mode. That's what this map was created on. And I have a strong feeling that with a gun, we'll have no problem against the Eye. So I'm going to buy a few hundred bullets. We'll head out. My only source of regen is this one grapefruit. Yeah, that's how I intend to destroy a sole piece of Cthulhu himself, is a grapefruit and a gun. Okay, let's begin. But genuinely, I do feel like we're going to have a fairly easy time with this. So long as I take a moment to get rid of some of the eyeballs. It's so cool playing Terraria like this, though, with the camera moving like this. Like, I feel like it's very cinematic. And oh, I just moved Terraria, never mind. Oh, God. I've just messed with my OBS. Never mind. But it is so cinematic playing Terraria like this. I'll fix that in a moment. Don't even worry about it. So already we're kind of working our way through its health fairly easily. The good thing is if we do decide to cheese a little bit, we do have access to a whole bunch of NPCs. I think maybe what I should have done is maybe broken them out before doing this fight. And then I could have had the full advantage of being able to utilize them in the fight. But I tell you what, for a boss fight like this, 117 blocks it's not so bad. It's more when you get to the Wall of Flesh that things are going to become a real problem. Wall of Flesh, Plantera, the Moonlord maybe? How are you going to do the Moonlord? That's a really good point. But that's what's so fun about this. Okay, let's go up and then drop down. Oh, look at that. I saw the nurse healing away then. She's like, don't worry, I'll take care of myself. Okay, so less than 400 health remaining. This is good. So let's just bring it up here. There we go. See, this side house is a really great point to do a turnaround on. So there we go. The Eye of Cthulhu has been defeated, which now means we have access to the Dryad. So we can buy planter boxes now, so we get some herbs. We can get going with that. There we go. Did I get anything else that's of, like, real use? I guess in a way I got Demonite, and Demonite is kind of useful. Demonite could be used for a bow, or we could save it maybe for a pickaxe. So one thing I really want to do is try and stay as organized as possible. With this being a teeny tiny world, if we need anything, like, special, we need to know exactly where that is. So I've organized everything as best as I can, because we kind of have limited chests, and I don't want to waste any iron right now. But I'll keep expanding it out and making it better. But for example, do we need a place for our mushroom hat? No, not really, but I'll slap it in one of these. So I tell you what, actually, while we're in a boss fighting mood, we may as well do King Slime as well and kind of tick that off the list. I feel like the best thing we could get from that is free ninja armor. So I think it's kind of worth it, right? Yeah, I feel good about this. I'm going to make a golden crown. I'm also going to make a grappling hook. So there we go. All right, this is good. This essentially means that we can start returning to the surface again without needing to use recall potions every time, which I don't think is a big issue yet, but it may become one. You never really know. You've got to kind of plan for the future. Also, life crystal here. I didn't even notice that. Right, let me go grab it. Oh, that was kind of risky now that I think about it. Let's just... Oh, okay, hook down. Oh, God. Never mind. Oh my God, a Goblin Army is approaching. What? Okay, this is interesting. I need to grab my gold, though, first, because I want to save that, and then we'll do the Goblin Army. Right, gold has been recovered. Let's head back. Let's slap the gold in here. So good thing is enemies are actually able to spawn. I didn't know how it would work with it being such a small, you know, amount of space, because obviously enemies like to spawn off camera and such. So I'm not going to lie to you, the Goblin Army is kind of kicking my head in a little bit. But I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave at least 1 or 2 gravestones, because then we may have a chance to get Abigail's flower. Right, so that is it for the Goblin Army. Now, one thing I just realized is that because I've put my NPC homes here on the surface, I think it means at nighttime I'm going to be having reduced enemy spawn rates. So if I need Demon Eyes, for example, I'm probably not going to get them, I imagine. Don't know if that's right yet, but I wonder, maybe one of you can let me know, if I make this area a graveyard, does that mean that enemies will still spawn in regardless of the NPCs around? Because I know that that is kind of a thing where if you have a graveyard, you get a bunch of zombies and stuff, but does that work for the Demon Eyes as well? Let me know with a comment down below if you're like part of Terraria Wiki Gang and you know it all. I'm going to put that tombstone there, and I'm going to put that one there, just to see if we maybe get an Abigail's flower. Right, so that was good. We also now have the Dryad as well. She has moved in. So I think what we'll be working on next then is possibly just gaining the Goblin Tinkerer. I mean, because why not? But then also I want to get working on moving down below. You know, just checking out the rest of the world. So we've got a few things to do. Actually, no, we're doing King Slime. What am I on about? Right, so while we're here, we'll gather that life crystal. Thank you very much. And then also, I feel like if there was an area where I was going to find the Goblin Tinkerer, it's probably here. Because what I've done is I've got a rope that goes upwards. So I imagine that if I ascend up the rope and just kind of linger around, then we'll get the Goblin Tinkerer. Maybe. Hey, here we go. Blink Root and Blink Root Seeds. This is good. So if we manage to actually get some Daybloom seeds as well. So there's another one of those flashing life crystals. I'm going to grab that. Gives you 2. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's meant to be intentional or it's a side effect of the map. But I'll also go ahead and get the slimy crown. And we'll head back up to the surface. So let's give this a go. This should be a fine fight. Well, hopefully. I imagine it's probably going to teleport on me any second. Or not. Oh, it might not have the room to spawn in. Wow, okay, that's really interesting. I wonder, also, I just want to point out that Traveling Merchant is way over here. If I opened up this wall, would he maybe consider moving in? Could that be a thing? Let's find out. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to put platforms there. There we go. All right, buddy. Just want to encourage you to maybe come over here. Would that be all right? Oh, he's traveling. Hey, his name was right. Look at him. Look at him move. Oh, God. Oh, no, now we've lost the guide. Oh, God. Oh, no, guide, come back. Kyle, this is not the time for... He's like, I don't want to live in this world anymore. Not with you. Oh, God. So I've also just realized that up here is another life crystal. So maybe we go and grab that? I think I can. Now that I have a grappling hook, I should be able to. Oh, all right. Okay. So you can actually open this. It isn't even a locked chest. And inside is 2 heart lanterns, a heart reach potion, a heart statue, and 69 copper coins. Thank you very much. So, for those that pointed this out yesterday, this used to be an old mobile exclusive bit of world generation. So that's really cool that they've brought it to this map. So, let's grab it. Thank you very much. There's also a couple of pots here that we'll also break. Oh, the merchant's departed. How sad. Okay, thank you very much. So, I'm thinking about doing a little bit of future-proofing right now because I feel like a big aspect of this is going to be fishing. Now, we could fish on the surface, sure, but I could also maybe manipulate this area here to be like a very good fishing spot. And then we have something that's close by. So my plan is I'm going to duplicate the water to try and make this like a much larger pool. Now, this is something that I don't think I've done in Terraria in about 6 years, maybe more. So I don't actually remember if this works or not, or if it's maybe been patched out the game. So let's find out together. Oh, hey, it still works. Hell yeah. The devs still like fishing. That's good. So the giant pool is also complete, and my idea with this is that you can use it for lots of different things, specifically crates. Crates can give you quite a lot. You can get ores from them. You can get buffs from them, which is going to be kind of essential maybe in hard mode. I'm not too sure yet. That's the best part about not knowing what lies ahead, is I'm kind of doing a little bit of the guesswork. I saw a few of you left suggestions on how to take down the wall of flesh using a Wand of Sparkings method. It sounds very exciting. There was something about explosive bunnies or something. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I'll learn. I will learn. So turns out there is actually an underground desert, which is kind of cool, but I don't know exactly what we're going to use it for. I imagine that there are a few chests and a few items in here that we can maybe gather. And that's where that one Spelunk potion we have is going to come in so big. The thing is, because you can see everything on screen at the same time, all we need to do is find the bottom of the world, use the Spelunker potion, and just kind of take a mental note as we glide down the world where everything is. So I imagine I'm probably passing stuff, like for example it says chest detected nearby. I don't know where that is now, but you can guarantee that eventually we're going to find out. God, the desert is rough though. There's also cloud down here for some reason, and a nymph and a tree. What is this? Is this meant to be the regular overworld? Is that what's happened here? Is it? Oh my! It's a oh my god, that is so cool. It's a floating island mashed with the desert. I never thought I would see something like this in Terraria, but here we are. Look at that. Brilliant. I kind of love it. I kind of love it. God, they've done such an interesting job of this. They really have. So our health is a little bit low. There is a nymph there, and I kind of want to kill the nymph because the nymph can give you quite a bit of gold, as I found out in the last episode. Ooh, look at that. 7 gold. Hell yeah. Right, let's see what's inside of this house then. Oh, no. Gotta be careful, because these tomb crawlers can kind of creep up on you with their damage. What is that over there? Oh, it's just like, it says shadowy lands. All right, let's get inside. So let's see. Fledgling wings. Okay, interesting. Obviously, the best part about this is that we now have wings, and we don't take fall damage. I was trying to think about what I would want in here. I guess in a way, and this is where fishing comes in again, I would have wanted maybe a balloon so that we can make some like really mad accessories. But this will do. Wings will definitely do. At least we don't have to worry about, you know, breaking our knees every time we fall down now. So this is pretty interesting. Have a little look at this man-eater. Because of the way he spawned, he's got no neck, bless him. Oh, that's so weird and wonky. Wow. Oh my god, I'm seeing Terraria in a whole new light. Look at this guy. Bless him. All right, at least we got a singular vine, which is a good start. Honestly, a really good start. But can you imagine waiting for a Plantera bulb to spawn in this world when there is barely any mud? Oh no, and there's lava here. I really hope this isn't it for the jungle and this is all we get, because this might be a bit of a problem. Oh, there's the... Oh, wow. Okay. So we have a full lizard temple. But how do you get inside? What size is it? How does this work? That's what I want to know. I bet you anything that this temple is broken as well. Like, I bet you we can probably break our way inside right now. We're not gonna. We're gonna, you know, do it at the proper time. But still, it's so cool. What I wanted to see was a tiny dungeon. But the thing is, Skeletron isn't exactly essential to beating Terraria. You don't need to do it. You know, I just do it as a mark of pride. But I don't think we're going to be doing a Skeletron at any point, unfortunately. So here is the entrance to the temple. And from the looks of it, it has been shrunken down quite a bit, because you can see the lizard altar down here. Now, I do wonder whether the temple enemies will spawn outside of the temple, or they'll know not to. And I don't know how they'll know, but maybe they will. I think one of the things I'll eventually do, by the way, is start creating tunnels left and right through this jungle, which should encourage growth for a Plantera bulb, but it won't necessarily be good for chlorophyte, because we're gonna, you know, eat away a little bit at where chlorophyte would spawn in, which could be a problem in itself. I don't know, it's a hard balance, really. So there's a nice little area down here. We have 2 life crystals, a man-eater with no neck, and also some spores and a chest. So let's work on the man-eater. I'm too cautious to go close. Like, the Terraria veteran in me is like, nah, you can't get close to this man-eater. He will kill you. But in reality, man's got no neck, so not really that big of a deal. Right, let's break the life crystal. We'll take that. Thank you very much. And then what's inside of here? A band of regen. Interesting. Very interesting. I tell you what, I'm probably going to leave these items down here. We'll come back and gather them at a later date, just because I don't want to start throwing stuff out my inventory. Every item is sacred. So have a little look at this. The traveling merchant has actually worked his way inside. And what is he selling? Ooh, okay, interesting. So the ammo box and also the code 1. Now, I don't feel like we need the code 1. And I know right now we don't need the ammo box. The ammo box is kind of like investing in the future, because it would be good, but I think I'll pass on it for now. Don't know if that's a sin or not. So that's going to be it for today's episode in the teeny tiny world. Guys, if you enjoyed it, please give the video a big fat thumbs up. And if you really loved it, please subscribe to the channel. We are well on our way to 1 million subscribers, and with your help, we can totally do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.